You have $5 billion to spend in the dumbest way possible. How do you spend it? What's the best way to win $1 million at a casino? Start with $5 billion. Richard Branson was once asked, what's the fastest way to become a millionaire? His answer was, start as a billionaire and launch an airline. Go to Wall Street Bets and follow all their recommendations. You are now $10 billion in debt. How do you proceed? Hey, if you owe the bank $1 million, you have a problem, monsieur. If you owe the bank $1 billion, the bank has a problem, monsieur. Deutsche Bank has left the chat. 5 billion lotto tickets, all for the same draw, all with the same numbers. You happen to hit, not the jackpot, but 2 numbers. That's a guaranteed $4 on each ticket. You've bankrupted the Powerball, and now have $20 billion. I'm probably stupid, but is this actually how it would work? You know how as a kid you sat in the tub and paddled your hands in opposite directions to create a whirlpool with you in the middle? Pay 1 million people $5,000 each to stand in the Hudson, East and Harlem rivers around Manhattan and begin paddling to see what would happen. If the Hudson River was involved, it would probably look like a toilet flushing after someone had diarrhea. Build the world's largest ball pit, but put it in Kansas. So when the tornadoes hit, it's chaos. Buy a parking space in NYC. I guess $5 billion would be enough for a down payment. Buy a $5 million painting, put it on auction. Participate in the auction and bid against yourself. People actually do this to drive up the price. And also win. If you have a collection of 10 paintings, it drives up the price of all of them. I take my $5 billion bills and buy 10 billion quarters. Now I have twice as much. This guy maths just not well. I'm gonna put a beaded curtain along the entire US-Mexico border. I don't know why, but I read that as Reddit curtain. I thought that would be a nice way to treat visitors. Hello sir and miss. Welcome to the US. If you're hungry, feel free to munch on the breaded curtain in front of you. Edit. That this is my most upvoted comment is hilarious. Thank you. Buy $5 billion worth of Coke and Mentos, pour it into a giant pit and watch what happens. The world ends in sweet-tasting faux monsieur. Get it in pennies and then pay off random people's collection debt by driving a dump truck full of pennies to each collection agency. This actually seems like a brilliant way to spend it if you have the time. You're being charitable and majorly wasting the collection agency's time. Greater than you're being charitable and majorly wasting the collection agency's time. I was at a meeting in a local government office where parking tickets are paid. Someone thought they would be cute and show those bureaucrats what was up. So they tried to pay their $200 fine and change. Didn't faze the clerk at all. They just started counting the money. Very slowly, because they had to account for between 800 and 20,000 coins. And mark down how many of each since this is an official transaction. And a receipt was to be provided. And lost track when the cheeky person told them to hurry up because the line that the cheeky person created was getting angry. No one in the line thought that the cheeky person was doing anything noble other than being an obtuse asshole. Middle. After an hour of this, the cheeky person left without paying the fine. And they pissed off everyone. Apparently they came back the next day with a money order for the amount. Drops millions of dildos from planes over Africa. Edit. So far I only count 30 reps. Sons is referencing Toto. Have you gone soft? Reddit. Twist. The dildos are used as a replacement for casual sex, therefore rapidly decreasing HIV/AIDS in the African continent. 10 years later, mass hunger in Africa is solved thanks to a decrease in foreign aid, leaving room for more money to educate and shelter children. You are enshrined as dildo god. How did you think of this? Edit. Not I understand the joke. It's all I think about. Make it rain. Reddit gold. Platinum PLS. It's $5 billion. I launched thousands of tons of glitter into orbit to give Earth a Saturn-like ring. Not thousands of tons. But the USA did send up needle-like metal particles to space during the Cold War to hinder Soviet radio communications. The plan worked to some extent, but it was not satisfactory and the particles started to fall back to the Earth after some time. Being as small as they were, most of it did not burn after re-entry and they still can be found in Antarctic ice. A cloud of these needle-like particles is still up there though. Edit. Some of you pointed out correctly that the aim of the project was not to hinder Soviet communication but to enhance their own. I feel ashamed of my mistake and now retreat to enjoy my hangover. Empty a beta, look for seashells. Call in the media. Tell them what you're doing. And then when people show up and the bay is drained, walk out onto the beach. Pick up the first shell you see, before you even get into what used to be the bay, and loudly proclaim, "This one's perfect. Okay, go ahead and refill it." Then walk away. Slurp ice. Everybody's getting fucking slurp ice. Brain freeze the planet. We getting blue tongues. We getting red tongues. We's the juice. Yeah, just get 5 from the movie theater. Step 1. Get Willy Wonka to build me a house made out of chocolate. Step 2. House melts. Step 3. Get him to build another house in a cold place while I go eat the melted house. Step 4. Be poor, but fat. Pay an Oompa Loompa hit squad to take out Grandpa Joe, the damn benefit fraudster. In-app purchases. Spending money to get me some of that fake money to change the pixels on my video game character. Woohoo! I would buy 1,639,000,000 packs of 1,500 ladybugs from Amazon. Then I would spend the remaining $1 million on releasing them over the Vatican City. Edit. Spelling. Get the printing presses. I think we're gonna need another testament. World's biggest gravel pit, and 18 mercenaries to fight to death. 5 million Apple monitor stands. Edit. My top comment of all time is no longer an office reference on an AskReddit about sex workers. Not sure how I feel about this change. Buy $5 billion worth of fake money. Give someone $5 billion worth of Reddit silver to the people asking for silver you're asking. The wrong person, cause my wallet is as empty as my head. Hey e-friend, thanks! Exclamation mark. For silver! Exclamation mark. Yeah, as silver are useless except for feeling of being awarded. The intent is to provide players with a sense of pride and accomplishment. A pizza party for the CEO of every company on the planet just to let them know how valued they are as an employee. I bet there's one that's allergic to gluten and dairy. Attendance is mandatory. No food substitutions are permitted. They will not be paid for the lunch break. Only fair to apply the same rules that are applied to their employees. Invested on rubber ducks. You bucks with ducks, set 'em straight please. Create a new brand of car. New car brand that only has 3 wheels, 50 horsepower, and is made of cast iron. Elio Motors can't even find $300, monsieur. WinRAR. R paid for WinRAR. Buy Greenland. Send it to the Nigerian prince that is in need. Literally donate it somewhere to destroy the economy. Mansa Musa has joined the chat. That's a nice Middle Eastern gold economy you have there. It would be a shame if someone literally gave away so much gold that it ruined the price for 20+ years just to buy knickknacks. Open a bikini shop in Saudi Arabia. Give it the guys planning the Area 51 raid. Nah, you don't just give it to the monsieur, you set up training camps all over the country. Anyone who wants to join gets a free bunk, free food, all their regular monthly bills paid until the raid, and world-class training for stamina, strength, and agility. We're also pushing the date of the raid until next year, and telling no one the date. Those Area 51 guards are gonna have their work cut out for the monsieur. Buy 3 textbooks. Are you sure they can afford 3? That's a lot of textbooks. That's what her mom said before giving you the 2 suspiciously whitened books she found in a garage sale from that one weird neighbor who looks at you from the window every morning from 5 to 8 without blinking. Giant dildos attached to drones that will be flown out to all political events. Probably donate to a few streamers. Just buy $5 billion worth of bathwater. So like 2 mason jars. In this economy, it's one at best. We need a hang glider. And a crotchless Uncle Sam costume. And I want the entire field of the largest stadium covered end to end with naked redheads. And I want the stands packed with every man that remotely resembles my father. I'd buy you a green dress, but not a real green dress, that's cruel. Edit, thanks for the silver. That's not enough. I suggest a monkey, because haven't you always wanted a monkey? Or a llama or an emu? Buy a small shitty apartment in NYC and spend the remaining $10 on an ice cream cone. Giant gummy bears. $5 billion worth. Make an alpaca farm. A swimming pool of Dino nuggets. Lottery tickets. Make 5 million envelopes with $1,000 in cash in each of them and distribute them to people I cross in the street for the rest of my life. Me, hello. Me with fake mustache, hello. Donate it, not to charity but to Mr. Beast. EA loot boxes. I would start a protest and I would pay everyone $500 to $1,000 to skip work and show up for the day. Just see what would happen if the whole of the working class stopped working for a day. That's not dumb. That's pretty interesting. Give it to the government, they'll find the dumbest use for me. 100-acre catio for shelter cats. Ops said dumbest way. Buy millions of gold shovels. I found a sports team. Where were they? Put a hockey team somewhere hot that never gets ice. Tampa Bay did that and the Lightning won the Stanley Cup. Jamaican bobsled team. Yeah man. As a fan of D&D, one word. Dice. Buy Reddit. Ban porn on Reddit. Buy 4chan. Ban porn on 4chan. Buy Pornhub. Ban porn on Pornhub. Have zero net worth. Task failed successfully. Use it to lobby for anti-vax global warming deniers, oil companies, and private prisons. No love for flat earthers. You fucking Nazi. No love for Nazis. You flat earther. No Nazis for flat earthers. You love. No earth for flat love. You Nazi. No flat love for you. Earth Nazi. I pay down America's national debt. No one will care and our government will blow through it again in days. Top bet for a total waste. Days? That would be nice. $5 billion would stop the debt increasing for about 2 hours. Considering it's $16.7 trillion in debt, $5 billion won't do jack shit. Burn it, like the Joker in Dark Knight. Give it to charity. Convert it all into OneCoins. These do exist, right? Dump them onto the Great Pacific Garbage Patch. Greater than they do exist, right? Not in Canada. Ah, so they do exist in the real world. Buy Neymar and put him on the bench. Buy a duffel bag of fake cocaine that's actually baby aspirin. So one day if I have a baby and he has a headache, I can help with that. Meth. Make a nuke and drop it to wipe out almost 40% of the world's population. This should also be the dumbest way to keep population in control. Our unexpected Thanos. Boats and hoes. I'd buy an island and call it Rock Island. I'd pay for all the best bands and artists in the world to do multi-giant concerts all over the island, and it would be free for everyone with free beer and food. All ferries and planes to the venue would be free. All the ganja would be free too. Glamping and tents free also. All the best rock bands. All the best 80s bands. All the best rappers. R&B. All the best pop bands. All the best heavy metal bands. All the best DJs. That's the way to spend $5 billion. Hey Jeff Bezos, give us $5 billion, ya wanker. FEMA tents and cheese sandwiches included. Buy the rarest dollar and use it in vending machine. Hamburger. This is genius. Dig a hole. Bath bombs. To pour in the ocean and make it bright pink for no reason. Buy a submarine and use it to explore space. Buying a bag of peanut M&Ms at the cinema. Greater than how do you spend it? In the dumbest way possible, obviously. Nice one lol XD. Buy a square meter of land in San Francisco. Start a sex toy company that only makes sex toys that can't reasonably be used. Greater than start a sex toy company that only makes sex toys that can't reasonably be used. If you're a coward, fixed it? No such thing as can't be used in the sex industry XD lol. Thank you so much for watching and have a good day.